Okay, this video is about systems of equations, and we're gonna compare the substitution method versus the multiplication addition method. We're gonna use the same system and we're gonna solve it in two different ways. Let's start with the substitution method. This is our system. We're gonna start with, let's say, our second equation, and we're gonna solve for y. 2y equals 12 minus 3x, from where y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 6. Now that we have this one, we're gonna take this form of the second equation and plug it into the first one. So 2x plus 3, and instead of y, we're gonna plug everything that we have here. Negative 3 over 2x plus 6 equals 12. We're gonna go ahead and solve this for x, since that is the only variable that we have left. 2x minus 9 over 2x plus 18 equals 12. Negative 5 over 2 x equals negative 6. We can multiply by negative 1. We're gonna have these turn to positive, and from here x equals 12 over 5. So we have one of our variables, and the second one we can find by taking this and plugging it back into the easier form of the second equation that we had, where we're gonna see that y equals negative 3 over 2. Instead of x, we're gonna use our value that we found, 12 over 5, and plus 6, and this is gonna give us y equals 12 over 5. So our solution is the ordered pair of 12 over 5 and 12 over 5. So this was the substitution method. Now let's compare how the multiplication addition method compares. If we do everything correctly, we should get to the same solution. Okay. Multiplication and addition. We need to work on getting one of the variables to be with the same coefficient but negative. So let's work on x, and we're going to turn x into being 6 and 6, but one of them is going to be negative. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by negative 3. So therefore, when we multiply, this will turn into negative 6x. Then, in order to match, we're gonna multiply this by plus 2. So when we multiply, it's gonna be 6x. Okay, let's rewrite it. Negative 6x negative 9y equals negative 36. Second equation, 6x plus 4y equals 24. Now the whole point of getting these two to match is that now we're gonna add equation 1 to equation 2, and therefore this will cancel with this, and all we're gonna have left is only one variable. So this plus this cancels. This plus this will give us negative 5y equals negative 12. There you go. All we have left is an equation in one variable. Multiply by negative 1 and take the 5 to the other side. We're gonna get a y that's equal to 12 over 5. Alright, so far so good. Our y down here is the same as up here. Alright, now let's work on x. We're gonna take the y that we found and plug it in either one of the equations. Doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna take this one, 2x plus 3, and instead of the y, let's use 12 over 5 equals 12. Multiply this out, move it to the other side, and divide both sides by 2. We're gonna get the value of x equals 12 over 5. There you go. We have this one. And our solution will be 12 over 5, 12 over 5. And there you go. This would be the comparison of the two methods. So if you're wondering why should you use one or the other one, well, sometimes it's more beneficial to use one over the other one, because I'll write a system over here. Let's say if it's given this way, y equals 6 minus 4x, 2x plus 6y equals 10. Well, here we can see that we should use the substitution method, because it would be simply easier. Only because the first equation is already solved into what we had here. So just take this, plug it into this one, and this is the easiest and shortest way to solve. Now, if we have a system that looks like this, 2x minus 10, y equals 50, negative 2x minus 20, y equals 12. Now here we can see that there's no reason to use the substitution method, because you have to work on getting one of the equations into this form. So it's much better to use this method, because if we add these two systems together, the x will fall out and we have the y. So that's basically how you would choose. If you have a system and you need to solve it, look for clues which one would be better. If you can't figure out which one's easier, just pick one and go with it. You should have the same result. Doesn't matter which way you go.